Hello everyone, this is Limpy welcoming you to the free MMORPG Daily News Update for Tuesday, January 22nd, 2013. First up, we have news from Requiem, the free horror MMORPG from Gravity Interactive. And they have announced the launch of an all-new Altar of Sacrifice update. With this update, players will find that the level cap has been increased to 90, and all new skills have been introduced for all these new levels. Also, an all-new raid zone has been added to the game to challenge max-level players. One can also expect to find many new quests, items, and various bug fixes that accompany this update. Moving right along to news from Silkroad Online, a free MMORPG from Joymats, and they're revealing details of Deathbone. Deathbone is a giant skeletal beast that will take a group of adventurers of high level to defeat. Players will need to venture forth into the dungeon Rock Mountain, and to do so they will need to be level 80 through 120. For those players up to the task, there will be an enormous rewards for facing and conquering Deathbone. Now as we continue, we have news from Scarlet Blade. And Scarlet Blade is an upcoming free MMORPG from Aria Games, and they've announced the full details on the different playable Arcana. Arcana are the female warriors of the game, and the 5 classes will be the Whipper, a fast-paced whip-wielding warrior, the Defender, a defensive warrior wielding a giant sword, the Medic, a female ready to heal her friends, the Punisher, a long-range sharpshooting DPS, and the Shadow Walker, a stealthy, close combat damage dealer. This group of ladies are ready for any and all challenges in the world of Scarlet Blade. Players can register now on the game's website for closed beta access. Next on our list of news is from City of Steam, and the upcoming free browser-based MMORPG from Mechanist Games has announced that they have partnered with R2 Games, the publisher of games like Crystal Saga, Wartune, and the coming soon Broken Realm. Now this collaboration will have R2 Games publishing the English version of the City of Steam title. Now, partnerships such as this is meant to do one thing, and that's to bring more players to the game, as R2 Games has already proven to have the ability to drive players by the thousands to their games. This means a more populated game world, so more players that you can group with, and more importantly, more PvP opponents for you to slay. Up next, we have news from Firefall, the free MMORPG shooter from Red 5 Studios. They have announced that this coming weekend, January 25th to January 28th, players will have access to the game world once again. Now, this access will be for a stress test that will be meant to test the capacity of the game's servers. All players who have wanted access to the game in the past, but have been limited due to the lack of a beta key, will now have access, as this beta test will be completely open to the public. Also, those who love contests will find several unique teaching contests will be available aimed to teach new players through the recording and submitting of your best skill shots. Now moving right along with news from Elder Scrolls Online. In this upcoming MMORPG from Bethesda Software, and they have announced that the signups for the beta testing have begun. The Elder Scrolls world enjoys a long and storied history and stands as one of the lasting true RPG worlds in the gaming genre. The move to an online realm was announced late last year, and has done so to an enormous amount of buzz and speculation. The decision as to whether the game will be free to play, buy to play, or subscription is still up in the air. But for those players wishing to stake their claim to the beta test, can sign up by following the Play Now link on MMODen.com. Last but certainly not least, Path of Exile, the free action MMORPG from Grinding Gear Games, enters open beta test tomorrow, January 23rd. This is probably the most anticipated open beta test to date for a free-to-play game, and players are already pre-building their characters for the changes that are set to go live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now that's all for today, but for more info on all these titles, head on over to MMODen.com, and don't forget to come check out my live streaming on Twitch TV at twitch.tv/MMODen, and earn a chance each day to win one of our 3 weekly prizes given away each and every Monday. For now, this is Limpy for MMODen. Until next time, thanks for watching.